We are all experiencing an unprecedented time in our lives right now. The level of uncertainty, anxiety, and fear can be overpowering as we learn to navigate in our new world, all doing our part, whether it be social distancing, staying home, and abiding by federal guidelines. There are so many on the front lines who are battling a war against an invisible enemy. Being on the front lines can place a person's physical and mental health in jeopardy. A team of professionals has come together and created a program called Resilient Minds on the Front Lines to bring tools, knowledge, skills, and instruction to assist in a time of need. This team is dedicated to helping those who help others. On today's webcast, Master Resiliency Instructor and Police Officer in the province of Ontario, Canada, Stephanie Nassis, talks about the importance of nutrition for our overall well-being and provides us with building blocks for optimum health. Your hosts for today's webcasts are Master Resiliency Instructor Michael Pellegrino and Dr. Kate Tumulty-Felice, Professor of Education and Psychology and Coordinator of Education Programs.
Resilient Minds on the Front Lines was created to bring you 15 minutes of hope in a world turned upside down. The topics in our webcast are all meant to help those on the front lines help themselves and others. Today, Stephanie Nassis, our first international speaker from Canada, discusses nutrition and how it can have a huge influence on our overall health and well-being. Good nutrition can help us make better decisions, reduce stress, and help us in our performance and resiliency. Stephanie provides us with some great tips on how to achieve a healthier and more resilient life. Be safe, be healthy, be resilient.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Nassis. I'm going to be delivering a presentation to you on nutrition basics. We're going to talk about the building blocks for optimum health and well-being. First off, I'd like to thank Resilient Minds on the Front Lines for allowing me to be a guest here and giving me the opportunity to share nutritional information with you. I've been a police officer for 20 years in Canada and the province of Ontario for a very large municipal police agency. My current role is the Member Support Coordinator in the Wellness Unit. I am part of the Critical Incident Response Team as well as a peer support volunteer. I am a registered holistic nutritionist, police nutritionist, mental health advocate. I do teach mental health to first responders. I'm a meditation facilitator and a trauma-sensitive yoga instructor, and newly certified with the FBI National Academy as a comprehensive officer resilience instructor. Let's begin what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the foods that you shouldn't eat, 7 foods that you should introduce into your diet. We're going to talk about the best nutrients for stress, for shift workers, frontline workers, and emergency workers. 2 kitchen gadgets that you need to have in your kitchen that potentially can be game changers in achieving optimum health and well-being. And at the end, I'm going to share a free gift with each and every one of you. I think everybody intuitively knows which foods are good for them and which foods are not good for them. Obviously, fried foods, refined foods, chips, junk food, all of those foods should be avoided. We want to introduce good carbs versus bad carbs. So good carbs, lots of fruits and vegetables, especially during this time. Fruits and vegetables are nutritious and they are jam-packed with lots of nutrients, lots of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals. Contrary to popular belief, the sweet potato and regular potatoes are actually good carbs for you. Definitely want to introduce some potatoes, squashes, and sweet potatoes. Those are excellent sources of vitamins and minerals. We want to avoid the bad carbs, refined grains, and sodas and pops and sugary snacks. The basic energy needs that most people need would be per day 50 to 65% of carbohydrates, fats 20 to 25%, proteins 15 to 30%. So just keep in mind everybody's different. Everybody has different nutritional needs, but this is just a general guideline. We're talking about the lemon. Lemons are an excellent thing to introduce, especially first thing in the morning. If you cut half a lemon, squeeze it into a glass of water and drink that first thing in the morning to help detoxify and tonify the liver. It's high in vitamin C. It helps to improve your skin, aids in digestion, and supports weight loss. Celery. I love celery. I drink celery juice almost every single morning. I recommend that you Google celery juice and do some research in regards to the positive benefits of celery juice, drinking that. So what you would do, have your lemon water first thing in the morning, 15 minutes later, drink some celery juice if you do have a juicer. It's loaded with vitamins and antioxidants. It has natural electrolytes in it, and it hydrates the body on a cellular level. It's good for digestion and promotes weight loss. Garlic, other than warding off vampires, in ancient Greece, garlic was given to athletes to improve and enhance their sports performance. So garlic is said to have antibiotic properties, some antibacterial properties, and it helps to detoxify the lymphatic system. Raw honey, just make sure you're buying raw honey, not pasteurized honey. Raw honey is a good source of antioxidants. It has some antibacterial and antifungal properties. It helps to fight infections as well as aids in sore throats. Wild blueberries. Wild blueberries are excellent to introduce. You can buy them in the frozen section at your grocery store. Blueberries are said to boost brain function, said to improve mood, aids in blood sugar management. They are also high in antioxidants and vitamin C. Just keep in mind to buy the wild blueberries, not the cultivated blueberries. Avocados are an excellent source of healthy fats, omega-3 fatty acids. They are loaded with potassium and fiber, and they can help with balancing out cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Already touched on the sweet potato earlier. Sweet potatoes are loaded with fiber, minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, supports healthy vision, helps to boost immune system, as well as potatoes are considered low glycemic. We want to introduce healthy fats into our diet. We need essential fatty acids. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a picture of some healthy fats versus some unhealthy fats. I'm sure you can figure out which the unhealthy fats are. We have avocado oil, we have olive oil, which is good for you, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, fish, salmon. Those all provide healthier alternatives to unhealthy refined trans fat and hydrogenated oils. You can see there's margarine there, there's fried bacon, French fries, donuts. So we want to avoid those trans fats and hydrogenated fats. When we're looking for protein, we just want to have a bunch of different sources of protein, chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, beans. Just keep that in mind. When you are purchasing meat, you want to choose better quality meat. You want to look at grass-fed beef versus grain-fed beef. You can see here the much smaller piece, and it's a little bit deeper in color. That is grass-fed beef. Cows normally eat grass. They are not meant to eat grains, but cows that do eat grains tend to have a little bit more fatty components to it. Does anybody know what fish eat? Good question. Salmon. Does anybody know what salmon eats? Salmon usually eats insects, invertebrates, and plankton. If you think your salmon is coming from water, it's probably coming from a container. This is factory fish, factory farmed fish. So just keep in mind they are fed grain as well, genetically modified beans, soybeans, and chicken fat. So just keep in mind. I'm going to show you a picture of wild salmon versus farm salmon. You can see the wild salmon is much deeper in color, whereas the farm salmon is duller in color, and it has more fat to it. So just keep that in mind. The deeper pink color in salmon is usually from eating krill and shrimp. So here are some of the best nutrients for stress. We want to increase our B vitamins. There's a whole list of different fruits and vegetables that you can introduce, different foods for vitamin C as well, and magnesium, which can help to relax muscles and reduce anxiety. So some good immune building nutrients would be to buy high quality supplements, vitamin C supplement, B complex, probiotic, oil of oregano, and vitamin D and zinc. So you can check with your local healthcare provider. You can ask the health food store or contact your doctor or your health practitioner in regards to which supplements are the best ones for you. It's very important to drink lots of water. We need to stay hydrated. Whether we are working out on the road or if we are sedentary at home, we still need to increase our water and stay hydrated. Some signs of dehydration would be early fatigue during exercising, cramping, headaches, dizziness, and nausea. So here's some just tips for shift workers or even tips for being at home in isolation. It doesn't matter which you are doing. You need to increase your fruits and vegetables. Try to prepare meals and snacks. And just keep in mind for shift workers to have your heavier meal just before you go in for shift. And hopefully that will, help you to get through your night. For people in isolation, there might be a little bit more of a tendency to want to overeat. So just be mindful of that. Practicing healthy stress management techniques daily can help to reduce the chances of emotional eating. Now we're going to talk about the 2 kitchen gadgets that I mentioned. I believe that every kitchen household should have one, a juicer and a high-speed blender. This is the Vitamixer and the Omega Juicer. There are many different other brands that are really good. These are just 2 of my favorite. You might want to look at, research those. They are excellent for increasing your fruits and vegetables. They also help with making smoothies to ensure that you are getting much more vitamins and minerals in your daily diet. Okay, we're just going to piece everything together. Just like the tree, we have trees within ourselves. We need to feed the roots properly. We need to ensure that we have proper nutrition, hydration, physical fitness, and how our current health is reflects on how we look on the outside. So all of these components are very important. All right, we are here. So I am giving you a whole bunch of PDFs for free. Just please click on the link below that's in the description here. You'll get a whole bunch of breakfast recipes, a whole bunch of lunch recipes, a whole bunch of dinner recipes, smoothie recipes, as well as quick snack ideas, all for free. And just as a thank you for listening to me for the last 10 minutes. I just wanted to say thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be here and allowing me to share this information. Just keep in mind, check with your medical doctor in regards to which nutrients are the best for you. Thank you very much.
I'm Dr. Kate Tumulty-Felice. I'm a professor of education and psychology and a master resiliency trainer. I want to thank Stephanie today for sharing with us such practical and pragmatic tips about nutrition and how it influences our overall well-being. There's a lot of information out there about what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. And I appreciate that she helped us sort through that and come out with such practical tips, things that we can take away and do right now to help our well-being and reduce stress. In stressful times, it's even harder sometimes to make good decisions about what we eat. And increased stress increases our likelihood of sleep deprivation, fatigue, isolation, threat of injury, all of these things that we want to avoid. So anything that can give us practical tips and ways to put the control into our own hands to improve our psychological strength and our positive performance helps improve our overall resiliency. Resiliency takes principles of positive psychology and empowers us to improve our neurobiological, psychological, and physiological resilience factors. It helps us face the challenges and have a healthy and flourishing life. And there's an integration there between mental, physical, and social well-being because they're interconnected and give us more optimal experience, more optimism, which helps us to see more positive. When we're doing something positive, like eating well, we tend to do other positive things that help us compound those variables in a good way. We eat better, we feel better, we set a better example for the people around us of what to eat. We're more likely to be physical or to be mindful about our movement, about what we're taking into our body, and to reduce the maladaptive responses to stress, like mindless eating or, other behaviors that don't help us feel more healthy and do better and increase our better performance. There's also another takeaway there. It helps us control our homeostasis. It helps us stay balanced across the board in our systems. And when we're balanced, when our body's balanced, our mind is balanced, we tend to have more optimal performance and be more effective. When I'm more healthy, I have a better likelihood of helping other people. Our goal here with Resilient Minds on the Front Lines is to help you help yourself and to help others. And thank you, Stephanie, for giving us tips to do that, to make us more cognizant of what we eat and how it affects our well-being so that we can be safe, be healthy, and be resilient. And that's our goal for you. Thanks for your time today.
During the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, your mental health is vital. Please see the resources listed here as well as on our website at onthefrontlines.us. You are not alone.